Welcome to Onivia, League of Legends highlights. These are the best highlights from today's LCS matchup.
For him, bringing in the rail, bringing in that primary form of engage, and we'll have to see how these two teams do match up.
So let me ask you guys, because
I'm looking for a lane swap. I'm not sure if they were anticipating this Smolder lane swap or if they're actually trying to opt into it themselves, but everyone has been talking about how they are by far the best at these lane swaps. They're so difficult to deal with because they just seem to know exactly how to play it out, and NRG has laid a trap here for Umti.
Yeah, Umti's going to try to walk up, contest these chickens, but immediately he's going to regret that decision.
He's dead.
Yeah, there's no way out of it. You don't even waste the flash there. That is a fast first blood for NRG.
And
Actually doesn't want to flash in for it. Who he's hanging around here. Plenty of help could be arriving from both sides as Contracts goes in for the Arctic Assault flash. Needs the stun here on impact and finds him. Contracts, though, can't out-heal the damage from that ramped-up turret, so impact makes it an even trade.
He's always there when you really don't want him to be, but NRG collapsing.
Well, unfortunately, the start of this one didn't work out as Palafox missed the Fate Sealed, which made it a lot harder to follow up on APA, but now Contracts looking for a little more on Umti. Dredgeline from who he forces the flash, but it ain't gonna matter. Contracts already getting the first kill in the battle, but Core JJ's looking to strike back. FBI finally arrives, and APA might have killed the enemy jungler, but they're gonna lose another one. A 2-for-1 trade favors NRG. Azael, Emily, this is... As there you go, the other two for Team Liquid. Still a very small gold lead here for NRG. We'll see if this turns into much more, as immediately Huhi trying to flash away the dredge line, but it's not enough distance getting covered. Palafox and Contracts coming in to get one back on APA. A little bit more damage is required. FBI brings in Mom to join the party as Impact goes all out and Palafox goes all down. It's 5-5 coming alive.
Carries are at.
Yeah, and that's kind of the trade-off in TL initiating the swap, as Umti might want something here.
Yeah, it looks like he does. Lilting Lullaby puts Huhi to sleep. He's got to try to get away from this one, but it ain't going to work out so great just yet. Umti grabbing that first kill as Yawn reinforces his team. Contracts in a rough spot as Umti still trying to hop around. He lives! He gets away! This is a non-hunting part of the woods!
It wouldn't have mattered if Umti died as much, but since he does, he's then able to set up for Drake. They're able to get the push on.
They're committing plenty of players to the effort. Umti going to be up there with Core helping him. Palafox again, not hitting these Fate Seals. Ends up losing out on this trade a bit as Huhi is ready to try to reinforce the Yone. Q3 for the knockup. Palafox now resetting the position with Soul Unbound yet again. TP's coming in from everybody as APA is on the receiving end of the Glacial Prison. The shutdown credit goes over to Palafox.
Over that area, so I kind of like NRG going for this play. They recognize that they're probably not going to be able to contest. And now they're going after Impact. Impact
immediately regretting wanting to go after this enemy Rumble. He had friends. Palafox using his teleport. Still hanging around the top side here, ready to escort the minion wave in. And that'll be the end of the line for this turret. There's still enough time left to grab the last plate along with it. So TL, again, even after NRG started...
between that mid lane wave and take all the Raptors, take all the Wolves, really accelerate that stacking as you really want to do on Smolder.
Yeah, and as we see Umti taking down the Rift Herald on top side as well, I mean, I think that is what makes this TL team so dangerous at times, is their lane assignments and their attention to detail, right? Because when, as we see, Palafox is going to get this tier 1, but when APA is on one of these carries, they're so good about getting him immediately.
And just try to use this to challenge on Doku. This is pretty atypical, but they're looking for him, and he knows it's coming.
Yeah, immediate engage coming up from Core JJ with the flash shattering strike. Umti's there for the damage. A little bit more is all they need. Blooming blows, gets him low, not quite there just yet. The Flame Spitter's cooking, but it don't matter. Umti's on a killing spree and up in the top lane. Impact gets one back in a 1v2. Still trying to scrap, but it's not enough to get away from the Yone. Meanwhile, back in mid, a 2v1 barely works out for NRG. It's blood across the rift, 10-9. Team Liquid still got the lead.
Yeah, so once again, good on NRG for recognizing they could try to make a play topside. Impact does come up with one of those kills, but the big play is that gold is going onto the Smolder from the mid lane kill, and this is kind of the ticking time bomb in NRG's composition. As we've talked about, TL's map control, the fact that they're able to cross map, they're going to get their second Drake off of this as well, in addition to the
Pokes
bot
back
side.
in, you know, really tries to kind of play on that edge.
And we're right back into it. Core JJ stunned up on the front line, might get blown up before anything else can happen, and yes, he does. Now Impact has to be the forward man here for Team Liquid as Dokla arrives for an equalizer, and Team Liquid health bars are burning up. Yon goes back over the wall, Palafox drops, and Impact gets another. Now it's NRG scrambling to try to fight and take down APA, but Team Liquid's team fighting is soaring to center stage as APA gets another, and Contracts runs for his life. Yon's ready to jump over the wall as soon as he's got
The
the
TL carries always stayed safe in that fight. NRG got the initial pick on Core, then they're on to Umti, but the Murmana fully charged up. They both have the Triforce done, and TL now taking over this game. Going to be extending that gold lead up to 4,500.
Set up perfectly. They knew that Smolder's going to have to go topside to get that wave. And this is what TL do so well.
I think it's really take that tower down in bot. They're going to take the dragon for free. They're still monitoring the Baron area, making sure that NRG can't do any sort of a cheeky Baron rush. So TL is covering everything and just taking advantage after advantage after advantage, playing the map.
Now NRG grouped up as a 5-man ball, going to try to move around a little bit, but it's so scary. They have such little vision. They'll try to use the Electro Harpoons to face check into the brushes here. Who he's got to be watching out, man, here with the front line. Core JJ with a full team engaged Magnet Storm. Team Liquid was patient, and patience is a virtue. FBI dies second, and Yon's ready to chase down Contracts for number 3. Arcane shift in to guarantee it. Everybody's dead except Palafox. The fight was so easy for Team Liquid, and Baron's the reward.
It's the perfect engage from Core JJ, and the perfect follow-up from Umti there. The 4-man engage from Core, the 4-man sleep to follow it up from Umti. No hesitation on the TP coming in from APA from bot lane. The ulti over the top from Ezreal, everything. Right, like, they see the angle. NRG is walking in there because they see APA bot, and they say, we are 5v4, we are grouped, we win this fight. But TL says no.
Immediately, NRG trying to hold off the Team Liquid assault. They summon Mom. They use the ulti from Huhi. They use the equalizer. Everything except for the Fate Sealed was spent there. Team Liquid just seeing this. Green light means go straight into the heart of the enemy base. Mid lane inhibitor is down. Bottom lane inhibitor turret next on the menu. And Team Liquid is looking hungry. The turret falls before NRG can heal back up. And now they got to try to defend without the full control over the map with a 9,500 gold lead. And their sole Drake spawning in less than 10 seconds. It just feels impossible for NRG. You've got to pick the play with the least chance of failure. They decide it's time to go in now with the equalizer and the Mom. Immediately engaging on TL, but it won't find anything but the tanks. True shot barrage on Contracts. He'll be the first to die. Palafox is stranded alone between Team Liquid players. A double kill for Yon, and they are not stopping. Umti leads the charge and hits Dokla with a big eep as Core JJ locks up FBI. Smolder didn't have time to scale, and NRG's time in game number 1 is done. An ace for nothing again for Team Liquid. NRG might have started off strong, but TL is fast to counterattack, and they'll clean up this first game easy peasy.
And that is our best.
Welcome to Onivia, League of Legends highlights. These are the best highlights from today's LCS matchup.
The crowd is booing.
I'm sorry, you guys knew it wasn't going to be Silas.
But yeah.
Knew it wasn't going to be Silas.
This is so TL.
Surgeons, coming into this year has really been able to perform not only at a super high level, but incredibly consistently as well. As Umti potentially in trouble.
He's not going to be
it's
as
just level
scared
1.
as you would expect him to be, because that's only a level 1 rumble. Dokla's got to try to get away with the safety of his teammates. He flashes right into Impact, who's waiting with the headbutt. It's first blood for the team.
Again, trained by Spawn on PLA. But the big thing for me for Yon is kind of similar to APA in that he seems to understand the map really, really well. So when they do rotate him around, he's ready. I remember being at MSI and talking to some of the EU casters when he was playing Lucian, and they were like, okay, no Western ADCs.
Poor JJ, though, immediately for the engage on Dokla, straight out of the brush, ready to lead the charge on the Rel yet again.
Right, so it's very, very difficult. You can see he's already putting some assist pings up towards top, because he knows he needs to be able to try to fix this wave, but TL are already moving towards mid and just constantly scrapping here.
He won that scrap, though, ready to engage back on Core JJ. His Contracts follows it up with a Flash Arctic Assault. Core still alive here for another second. 58.
Comes Yon, though.
He's still trying to walk it away. Core's gonna die, but what's the cost? Palafox has to flash out as Umpty is ready to keep that chase going. APA still needs a little bit more damage.
Try to deny Dokla. Impact, meanwhile, there's no one there to dive him. He's going to collect this fat stacked wave in front of FBI, who has no mana. So Impact is going to get so much experience, a bunch of gold here, and you can see he's already nearly 500 now, over 500 gold ahead with that first blood plus everything else.
And Umpty and Yon are ready to go for Dokla yet again. Core JJ with a crash down, but a nice three-man pulverize from Huhi to at least try
to... the shield!
The shield was perfectly timed. Umpty gets away. Oh my God, it's an absolute disaster for NRG and top. Dokla had less money than both supports, because I think he did, but he should be at least back up above support counters at this point. While a 2v2 top side, bullet time, big threat onto Yon. He's down to 200 HP, but Huhi is even lower. Core JJ, one more auto attack will take him down. FBI gets it. That last turret shot will not connect, and it means that FBI gets away. NRG 2v2
here comes Ivern
and get one kill, but now another 2v2 is ready for him. Umpty joins up as Huhi cannot find the combo on Yon. He's on a killing spree, and FBI trying to focus Umpty, trying to get something here. The barrier is used. The barrier might not have been enough. One more hit is all they need.
Inside jungle to kind of track where the enemy jungler is. It actually came up huge in the C9 game several times. And if you look at their vision line, it's really, really well set up all the way across here for TL.
Yep, they got a lot of deep wards
came out on
there.
top. It was because of the bullet time doing so much damage to both enemy players. And hopefully for NRG, they can get that together again here soon. But the engage from Core JJ is just on point. Yon's on a rampage, and FBI falls. They're still chasing further. At least Daisy is.
Maybe recognizing like when they can TP to these waves, who they need to get gold in, and where they need to cover their minion wave pushes.
Impact has to run up now, though, because they have no TPs on their soul laners. Palafox does have his TP, and they don't want to give up 6 scrubs here. So we'll see if TL can start the fight properly.
TL just wants to at least get one of them away. Core JJ on the front, but the equalizer with the Glacial Prison catches out APA. Bullet time over the top. Nicely done. Comboed with the pulverize from Huhi as Contracts needs to get back away, and the Ornhorn is summoned up. The first of the grubs goes over to NRG, but APA is going to kill on Huhi too. Now FBI is caught. Impact with a beautiful knockoff. Once again, frontlining. Fate sealed over the wall from Palafox finds 3. Nobody on Team Liquid is dead just yet. Palafox in the middle of everyone. He can't get out in time. A double kill for Yon. Team Liquid is low, but NRG is dead. That is the team fighting difference yet again, as Impact and Yon do not want to let Contracts get away with this one either. The minion wave is coming up. Time is ticking down. Contracts knows his days in this lane are limited. Yon and Impact only need a little bit more damage, and the extended fight is 2 grubs for 1 free
We talk
kill.
about how this composition is supposed to work, right? Impact actually got to that fight before Palafox and was able to set up the ult as he's coming up river as well. And it's all about, it's okay.
Doesn't have to be.
Yeah, on the other side, like we set up in draft, this has to go really, really well for them in terms of timing, and it has not thus far.
I mean, that's the power of easy win conditions, right? You know, there's a lot of value in multiple forms of engage, of having multiple carries who can put out high amounts of consistent damage. You know, TL draft these comps really well. They play the map incredibly well, and it makes it feel like you're getting choked out. And you can see NRG feels hot, and they're losing all those waves. So now NRG has to force. TL know this, and they can just back up.
Yeah, Contracts over the wall here, but now he's got to be careful. He's stunned up with a Shattering Strike and had to flash over the wall to try to escape to safety, but the Magnet Storm continues the lockdown. APA takes the first kill, and NRG is just too scattered. The bullet time barely tickles Impact and barely hits anybody else. Dokla still trying to escape, but a
doesn't spawn. TL are just so far ahead of the clock of what you would expect this fight to do. And this is very similar again to that fight where Core caught 4 members on that hard engage, where they don't even have their member there.
Should come through pretty soon, and that means that NRG will really be in a tough spot as Palafox. He'll be okay for now. Impact does lose about half HP there, trying to continue to push him this tier 2. APA not going to get the last couple of auto attacks. His Contracts will not connect on the Sejuani ulti. Good use of the Valkyrie from APA there to respond to the attempted engage. Dokla's ready to try to cut him off. Team Liquid continuing to disengage now. Impact with the flash away. He redirects the Ornhorn anyway, right back into the Energy Divers into the back line. While Jan is now flanking Energy. He's found FBI as Impact still survives on the other end of the fight. FBI's down, APA's on a rampage. Jan is godlike and Contracts falls. Nobody on Team Liquid is dead except for Impact, but it's a noble sacrifice for a
Top lane counter picks. They're sticking with the tanks, and it ends up looking really, really good in a fight like this.
Absolutely. I mean, these carries just, they can never get to Jan. They can never get to APA. And if you can't do that, you can't win the game. Doka's going to have to drop the equalizer just to try to buy a little bit of time. But TL, we're threatening the engage there. Energy know it.
Every step forward is a cautious step like they're in a horror movie, man. The jump scare is right around every brush. That's who he's going to lose most of his HP. Forced to ulti. Counterattack from Contracts with the ult, but it's not very good. At least not at this point. APA's unstoppable. FBI's in the middle of everybody. They don't even care to turn around and kill him. Let Jan mop it up when he feels like it. Doka gets run over next. It's an absolute steamroller down mid lane, and it's painted blue. Team Liquid going for the Nexus turrets. Now you'd have to think they got a couple of minions, and it's all they're gonna need. Energy's got Huhi and Palafox, but they'd want so much more. Palafox already has to reset position. Huhi ain't gonna live long in the front line with no ulti. A couple of seconds left on Contracts, but it doesn't really matter. Second Nexus turret crumbles. Energy doesn't have the manpower. Team Liquid taking their time because they know they are inevitable. Jan is legendary as FBI and Contracts are right back into the fountain. And Team Liquid is gonna get it done. 2-0 in this series. 7-0 in their series across the split. They finish with that perfect score. 7-0. They're the #1 team in the LCS.
These were the best highlights from today's LCS matchup. Click that subscribe button faster than Ramus can say, okay. See you on the next one.